Hey guys, this is Colby. Today I'm going to show you how to make these back glute plates that go on the sides of the glutes. Uh, so let's get started. So for this video, we're just basically going to be using the side view of the reference here, as well as the back view, to make this piece, and we'll symmetrize it across the center piece later on, which I'll show how to do. But for now, let's just set up the references. So if you don't know how to set up the image references, you can go back to the first video of this series where I show how to do pretty much how to import these images into your scene. For this one, pretty much just have this horizontal one, or this one facing this way. Just pretty much we're going to be using this side of the reference, and then for this side, we'll be using the back view. Just move this in front of the side view here. Move it pretty much anywhere past this point. But if you move it past this point, it'll block off the back view. So let's say pretty much position it like right about here, anywhere you want. Starting off, I'm going to create a new spawn point for a new mesh. So I'm holding Shift, press right click right here. Once I'm in side view, just press 3 on your keyboard, or not 3 on keyboard, but 3 on your numpad, and now switch over to side view. And Shift and right click right about here on the points. This will be our new spawn point for our new mesh. After that, press Shift A to create a new mesh. Create a plane, scale down a bit. Now I'm just going to rotate it into position. We need to move it pretty much right about here. Match to the reference. You can go to back view, press 1 on your numpad, and then press 9 after. And that'll rotate all the way to the back view. You can also press this Y button up here. So now I'm just going to rotate this plane, RY90, and then RZ, and just rotate it slightly to the right. There we go. So pretty much in the last video, we made the center piece here. So if you still have it there, that's good, because this will be our central piece that we can symmetrize across. So we will need this piece. If you don't know how to create, if you don't have this, you can just basically create a new axis, pretty much like right here, like Shift and right click, back view, Shift A, mesh, create an empty axis, or any object really. I'm going to do just a single vert. Actually not, I'll just do empty axis. So now that we have it there, you can move it right here. And this will be our central point that we symmetrize across. So go to your plane, select it, click on the wrench tool, add mirror modifier to the piece, set the mirror object as the axis. That'll symmetrize across the central point here. Now we can go into side view, press 3 on your numpad, and start editing the object to match the reference. So if you go into edit mode on the piece, you can just start moving these vertices around. Press 1 on your keyboard and just kind of drag some of these vertices up. Select each vertex and press G to move it around. Move it to these 4 corners here. Make sure to start off with a trapezoid shape. Now we need to go to back view and match the reference. So this corner should be here. Press G and move it around. You can also use the arrow tools to grab and move them to wherever you need them to be. So press this button here, that'll grab all of your arrows. There we go. There's our initial trapezoid shape. We'll add more to it, but this will be our starting shape. So now we can go and create this little part that sticks out right about the side here. So one way to do that, in this case, I'm gonna move this edge down just a tad bit where it lines up with the top of this piece. And I'm gonna grab this edge. So if you don't know how to select edges, just press 2 on your keyboard. Grab this edge here and press E to extrude and Y. And that'll move it on the Y axis. Now just press S with your mouse and scale down with your mouse. Move it right about here. So now we need to go to side view, back view actually, and just move this slightly outward. and do the same here. Just tweak the topology just a tad bit. So now we're ready to continue from the back and wrap around the sides. Now let's go to side view and let's grab this edge here. Press E to extrude and just move it up a tad bit. E and Z, go to back view and now move it into position on your reference. So just slightly move it slightly inward on the x-axis with the red arrow here. Press G and then X also. So now we can grab these two edges here and start extruding to this point here. So I'm going to grab this edge and this edge and hold down shift, select both of these edges, press E to extrude and then Y, and just move this face pretty much right about here on the reference and just match to these points here. We're going to start creating this curve here in a second, but for now, we're just going to focus on the initial shape. So if you go to back view as well, do the same, just move these points into the right position on the reference. So they should be pretty much on the inside, just move them to the rights. There we go. So now we can go ahead and add an edge loop right about here to start creating this curve. So you can press Ctrl R, left click twice, and that'll finalize the new edge loop right in the center. We can grab this vertex on the inside, press G and then X, and just move it like right here. If you go to wireframe mode, you can press this button here, or press Z, wireframe. You can kind of see where all your faces need to be, all your vertices. So it's like a little line here, that's like a corner of the piece. And these vertices should be like right here. So yeah, you can move these slightly through just to fill in this gap. So now we need to go to side view and match these vertices into the right position. So grab all of them and just do the same process. Grab this vertex and move them right here. Let's create one more edge loop right about here, so that way we can finish off this curve. Control R, left click, grab these new vertices and just move them into a good curve. Now let's go to back view and do the same. It's already looking good. We don't need to make too many adjustments. At this point of the video, I'd recommend unhiding the piece that you already made in the last video if you're continuing on. So we have the central piece here. Let's not worry about the other one already made. Let's just focus on the center piece. We just need to kind of match this piece to this piece. So we need to fill in these little gaps here under the sides. So if you go into edit mode and just kind of fill in these gaps, you can just move them right to where they're slightly touching. And you can create as many edge loops as you need to fill in these gaps, like with curves and everything. So now I think that we can add a subdivision modifier to this piece. So you can go back into object mode, press tab, and you can add a solidify, not a solidify modifier, but a subdivision modifier. And turn up the poly counts. I'd say to 2 or 3, it's up to you. So now we just need to sharpen up these edges on the corners here. So you can press Ctrl R, left click, and drag your mouse inward, and then left click again to finalize that new edge loop. Grab some of these edges and just kind of grab them forward. Just fill in these gaps here. Grab these top edges as well and just kind of move them up to match this top plane. There we go. So next up, we're going to sharpen up this section of the piece. So we can go to edit mode. You can add some edge loops right here, Control R, and one on the top as well. Control R there, and let's say the corner here as well. Now we're going to go back in object mode, add a solidify modifier to the piece. So now you can turn up the thickness just a tad bit. I recommend making it negative, actually positive, my bad. You just increase the number just a tad bit. Let's say 0.16 is fine. After that, you can go ahead and shade this piece smooth. So right click, shade smooth. You click this button here and turn on auto smooth. That'll fix these weird shading problems. So there we go. So we're pretty much done with this piece. Later on, we will apply our modifiers, but for now, I'd recommend keeping them on so that way we can make edits to the piece. One last thing actually is to go into edit mode on this piece and add an edge loop like right here. So Control R, left click, and move your mouse in the inside. That'll create this nice sharp line here, curve. There we go. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer them. And thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you out. But see you guys next time.